Hello.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Monday evening live session of Lean Six Sigma, where we go deeper into the concepts of Lean Six Sigma in each and every every session. The main objective of these sessions are to understand the topic in depth, as well as get the practical sense of application. Okay, practicability of application of that. That is the main objective of this live session. So in the live session, what is expected from you is take the notes and try to connect the concepts to your own process, to your own office, your own factory, your own challenges, problems, and the projects. Okay, that's the main objective of it. So let's first welcome the new members in the community. Anybody new here attending the session first time, just give me yes in the chat box. First, we will welcome you into this session, and then we'll start it. Okay. Today being Monday, being the working day, so of course the attendance will remain a little low, but yes, Mr. Victor is there. Who else? Who else? Anybody new attending the session first time? Whether you have taken admission yesterday or last week or 10 days back or 1 month back. Okay, Mr. Vivek is also there. Super. So everybody, please type welcome Mr. Victor and Mr. Vivek. Welcome new members. So let me also type welcome new members in the community. And I believe other people also will join. Everybody just type welcome and give them the warm welcome to this amazing community of the leaders and wish them the best experience in this entire journey. Okay, super. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. And let me share my whiteboard. And today's topic is okay. Now all the new members, by the way, see in the login, you will get the community tab. Okay, so on the community tab, you will get the link of the live session. So you can directly go to community tab and you can directly enter into the live session by clicking on that link. Okay, so our 7:30 Monday and Saturday, our 7:30 timing is fixed. So 7:30, you can just set up your alarm, regular alarm, and then just click on the link and join the live session. If you miss the live session, you'll get the recording in the masterclass archive. Okay, I'll explain you at the end of the session. So let me. What is the topic we are going to discuss? Get type in the chat box if you are aware of it. क्या डिस्कस करने वाले हैं हम आज? Very important and very interesting topic, by the way. Yeah, type in. Can you just bring the screen a little closer? Anybody knows process capability? Process capability, but yes, that was a discrete process capability. That's a very specific. Okay, discrete process capability. Okay, now what is process capability, by the way? When we say Six Sigma process, when we say Six Sigma process, that's what? 3.4 defects per million. That means, right? That's what we have seen. And this number calculation is nothing but the process capability. Okay, so this number, 6 number, is a process capability number. More this number, better is your process. Lesser this number, poor is your process against the requirement of the customer. Very simple. Okay, so we are going to calculate when it comes to discrete data, how we can calculate the process capability. Okay, now first of all, now even the new members also, you can easily understand this topic. This is from the green belt. This topic is being covered. Okay, so when it comes to data, when we start collecting data, now let me ask you one question. Now we are talking about in this DMAC framework, we calculate process capability in, okay, let me ask this question to the senior people. Okay, we calculate process capability in which phase of DMAC? Define, measure, analyze, improve or control. किस phase में हम लोग करते हैं? Type in the chat box, everybody. Whatever is the answer, just type. Here we are here to learn, so we can absolutely make the mistakes. Okay, so I got one answer, measure phase. Type in the chat box. Just type MD, ए शॉर्ट में टाइप करो, एनालाइज फेज, डिफाइन फेज, ओके, MA, एनालाइज, measure and improve. Very good. Super. Super. So the right answer goes to Sadananji. Okay. Now, where do we calculate? We calculate process capability measure phase में, which is current process capability. Current process capability we calculate in the measure phase. And after improve phase is done, so you can see improve and control, we calculate the improved process capability. Understand this? For example, let's say my current process capability is, let's say 3 sigma process. My improved process capability would be around 4 sigma process. So this is how it should happen. My number should go up. The process capability number should go up ultimately by my project. Clear? So after improve phase, why I said after improve and control? Because after improve phase, we start taking action. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time. So by that time, our control phase also starts. So that's why I have written improve and control both. So we can calculate it. Maybe you can say in control phase. But 2 times we check. First, before improvement, whatever is the current process capability, and then after improvement, whatever is the improved process capability. Everybody clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. So what is process capability? What is discrete process capability? That is, we are going to discuss. What is the procedure we follow? What are the various strategies we follow? Everything we are going to learn today. Clear? Super. Super. Okay. Now, the moment, so in the define phase, what we do? First, we define the project. So we make a project charter, we make, broad level process map, SIPOC, communication plans, stakeholder analysis, all those tools, basically. As the new members also, we learn these tools in the green belt. Okay. When it comes to measure phase, we collect the data, and ultimately, what is the ultimate goal of the measure phase is to calculate the current process capability. Okay. Very important statement I just made. What is the ultimate objective of measure phase is to calculate the current process capability. Okay. Now, when it comes to data collection, there are 2 types of data you will come across. One is called continuous data, and other is called discrete data. All right. Now, what is continuous data? The data which can be measured on a continuous scale. The data which can be measured on a continuous scale. And what is discrete data? The data which can be counted, and that may not be on a continuous scale. For example, let me give you an example. Let's say length. Now, when we measure the length, right, we have that scale, right? Foot scale. So we measure that, right? 10.1 centimeter, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, 10.9, 11 centimeter, 11.1, 11.2, 11.3, 12 centimeters. So we can measure on a continuous scale. That kind of data is called continuous data. Example. So example are, so we can say length, weight, height, temperature, pressure, speed, everything comes into the continuous scale. You can measure on the continuous scale. And while communicating also, we use the same language. Okay, let me explain you this. While communicating also, we say go and measure the weight. We don't say go and count the weight. See the difference, huh? So whenever we say go and measure the weight, that's a continuous data. All right. Now let's come to the discrete data. What is discrete data? Discrete data is the data which cannot be expressed in the decimals. By the way, another character of continuous data is you can express that with the help of decimals. 10.1, 10.2, 10.12, 10.13, 10.14, 10.15. So with the help of decimals, you can express. While in discrete data, it's a count data. For example, how many people present in the room? That is a discrete data because you're counting the number of people. How many male, how many female? Again, it's a count data. How many pass, how many fail? How many accepted, how many rejected? That is called a discrete data. So it is a count data, and generally it is a whole number, and we don't use decimals to express this. Okay. So here, pass, fail, go, no go, go, no go, male, female, or number of people in the room. Okay. All these are called discrete data. Now let's do one thing. Are you clear? Both these types of data, are you clear, guys? Just give me yes in the chat box, especially the new people. Clear hai? Very good. Okay, now let's do one thing. Give me one continuous data example. Give me one discrete data example. Okay, in the chat, everybody. So what you need to do, just type C, put a dash and give an example. Then you put D, which is discrete, and just give one example. So that everybody will learn from each other. Okay. You can take any general example. You can take your own process example. Haji, Daliye. So that what we can do, see, this is how we are connecting the concept with the practical, our own process. Yeah, Gauraji, what do you want me to repeat? C is size measurement. Maybe you can give a specific example. Number of people in the meeting. Very good. Measurement of the gold, which is the weight, right? How many grams, how many milligrams? Number of milk bottles, absolutely right. Number of team members in different departments. Performance of the employee. Yeah, what is the measurement? Performance कैसे measure करते हैं? That measurement KPI क्या है? Liter of petrol. Yeah, 4.5 liter of petrol is a continuous data. And discretize कितने percentage people pass हो गए. हाँ, now यहाँ पे percentage होता है ना, percentage. Now percentage can be even though it is actually a discrete character, okay, but because percentage can be expressed in the decimals as well, right? So बहुत सारे लोग ना percentage को continuous data करके treat करते हैं. Are you understanding? Because we can say na 70.223%, 70.25%. Okay. So because it is decimal, so a lot of people use the continuous data wala characters to the percentage wala thing. Okay. Actually, it is a discrete data because it's a proportion data. Area, how many people in the room? Okay, very good. Very good. Super. So let me quickly reiterate whatever we have seen. Very good. So you guys are connecting very well. Gauravji, we are talking about the discrete and continuous data differentiation. Okay. What is continuous data? Whatever is measured on a continuous scale is a continuous data. For example, length, weight. For example, weight also, no? 70.1, 70.2, 70.3, 70.9, 80. So 71, 71.1, 71.2. So on a continuous scale, we can measure the weight. We can measure the length. Okay, so this is called continuous data. On the other side, discrete data can be counted. It's a count data, like how many people in the room. It's a discrete data. How many bottles are there in the rack. It's a discrete data. Okay, how many pass, how many fail students. It's a discrete data. So, and even as I said, even in our daily communication also, we use this. Go and count the number of people. We don't say go and measure number of people. Understand this? Subconsciously also we follow this. Go and count the number of people in the room. Okay, so that we can distribute some eating items to them. So it's whenever we say count, it's a discrete data. Whenever we say measure, go and measure the length, go and measure the height. We never say go and count the height of the person. No, we say go and measure the height of the person. Go and measure the weight of the person. So whenever we say measure, it's a discontinuous data. Whenever we say count, it's a discrete data. Clear? Yes, simple hai? Everybody? Yes. How many patients waiting in the reception is a discrete data. Correct? Very nice. Super. Now, let me ask you a confusing question. What is time? Time क्या है? Continuous है कि discrete है? Time. Everybody. C, D, D. Time, is time continuous or is time discrete? Continuous, discrete. अभी आपको क्लियर हुआ था और अभी आप दोनों भी आंसर दे रहे हो सब लोग. Okay, now understand this. Time is a different character. Okay, time plays both the roles. I'll explain you how. Now, time can be measured. Now, understand this. Time can be measured like microsecond. Now we see that now Usain Bolt wala, the Olympic race, right? Now over there, the person winning the race and the person who is second, how many microseconds difference is there, isn't it? Yes. So that digitized one is of course a continuous data because it can be measured on a continuous scale. Yes or no, everybody? But the same time, we also say what is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It is also a measure of time only, right? 2024, 2025, 2026. What is that? It is also a measure of time. Okay, then January, February, March, April, May, June. This is also a measure of time. Month, week. Now, so what happens is when time below the day, where we are measuring the time in millisecond and microsecond and then seconds and the minutes and the hours, it shows the character of continuous data. And when we cross the boundary of the day, number of days is a discrete data. Number of years, number of decades, centuries. Okay, all these are called discrete data because we can count them. Are you clear? So it shows both characters. Clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody with me on this? Very good. Super, super, super. Okay. Now let's move ahead. So today's topic, we are going to discuss if you have a discrete data. Okay. Let me give you example of both. Let's say I am a quality person. How many of you are in the quality control, quality assurance? How many of you are in the quality? Okay, Vivek ji is there. Who else? Girish ji is also there. Ashwani Kumar is there. Who else? Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are there. Huh? Ideally, I specifically asked quality, quality control and quality assurance. Okay. But generally, this question I ask in my every training. Okay. How many of you are in quality? So people say, okay, he is there, she is there. Okay. But actually, we all are in the quality, isn't it? Yes. The same question goes for the safety. How many of you are in the safety? So the real answer is everybody is in the safety because it's not someone else's accountability, it's everybody's accountability. Okay, anyways, coming back to, let's imagine you are a quality control engineer and let's say you are making batteries or whatever is the product, let's say chocolates or batteries. Now, if you are measuring the weight, okay, let me write here. Let me, okay. Have you taken a screenshot of this or have you taken the notes? Shall I remove this? You can just take a quick screenshot if you require. Okay. New members especially. Okay. Done? Chalo. So let me remove this so that I can write something else. Okay. Very good. Now, let's say I am using weight. Okay. Now, weight we have seen it's a continuous data. Now, let's say the battery weight should be less than, let's say 10 kg. I'm just giving you very simple example. Okay. If it goes beyond 10 kg, I have to reject it. Okay. That's my, so this is my accept and reject. Okay. So let me just write reject only, reject. Okay. So accept. So this is a discrete data and this is a continuous data. So the first battery I will take, the weight is 9.9. So I accept it. All right. The second battery is 9.8. I accept it. The third battery is 10.1. I reject it. All right. Then again 10. So 10 up to 10 is accepted. Beyond 10 is rejected. Okay. Then again 10.2 I reject it. So similarly, so I have got continuous data and I've got discrete data. Now tell me, how many of you have this? So at the end of it, I will count that, 9 batteries rejected out of 100. So how many of you have this kind of a data, accept reject wala data? Just give me yes in the chat box. In your process, in your own process, how many of you have, how many of you collect this kind of a data? Super. So how do we calculate the process capability? That is what we are going to learn. Okay, not okay, exactly. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn today. Wherever there is a discrete data collected, how we can calculate this. Okay, so very initially, we used to do a very simple calculation, which was percentage rejection. What is that? Which was percentage rejection. What is percentage per 100? Correct? So it was a simple, this thing, let's say 5% rejection. So we used to say, no, still a lot of companies use this. What is your rejection? Okay, it is 0.2% rejection. It is 1% rejection. It is 2% rejection. Yes. So percentage rejection is a very basic fundamental KPI or character or measurement we used to do for the discrete data. Okay. Now, after that, what happened? The mass production system started. The mass production. So per 100 was not sufficient. Now people started calculating per million. Per million meaning per 10 lakhs. Okay. So that's where PPM system came into existence. What is that? PPM. Everybody please type PPM in the chat box. What is PPM? Parts per million, exactly. Okay. So just to understand this very easily, it is the same case of the rejection percentage. But instead of percentage rejection, now we are saying per million rejection. It is called PPM. So PPM is also called as DPPM. PPM and DPPM is the same thing. What is DPPM? DPPM stands for defective parts per million. In simple words, if I check 1 million batteries, how many batteries would be defective? That is called defective parts per million. So part meaning that battery, that product. How many parts are defective out of 1 million? It is called DPPM. But then DPPM was made short and made PPM, parts per million. Very simple. What is your current PPM level? So per million kitne rejection ho rahe? That's it. Earlier, we were having the percentage 100 per 100 rejection. Now we are calculating per million rejection. Okay. Now understand this. Let's take a very simple example. In one product, okay, any product you can take, any product, okay. Every product we can have multiple types of defects. Yes or no? Type yes or no in the chat box. In one product, let's say laptop. In one laptop, we can have multiple defects, right? Isn't it? Yes or no? Multiple defects एक product में हो सकते हैं. Correct? Now, in the battery, in the chocolate, whatever is your product or service, in that one unit, you can have multiple defects. Yes? Now, as a quality person, let's say when we collect the data, okay, and imagine I'm checking the batteries. Okay, let's say imagine this is the battery. Now I'm checking the battery. I'm checking all the quality. Now there could be 5 different types of defect which can come. But the moment first defect is identified, I will immediately reject that battery because anyways that will be rejected. So no need to check the other defects. Now what used to happen? Try to understand this. Huh? Because of this, the moment my first defect is identified out of multiple defect opportunities, the moment the first defect is identified in the product, we used to reject that product. And in the same product, we were not checking the other defects. That's why we were missing on a lot of data. Only one defect, whichever is the priority defect we find out, that much of data we were collecting, and other defect data we were not collecting, and we were missing on that data. That's why after Six Sigma has arrived, okay, after 1990s onwards, people have started instead of defective. So PPM is used for a defective. So instead of defective, they started checking defects. That means in the product, now we are not calculating whether the product is defective or not. We are counting the number of defects in every product. Are you understanding? So now this method is called as DPMO method, which is nothing but defect per million opportunity. Defects per million opportunity. Make a note of this. I repeat again. Earlier we were using percentage rejection. Then we started using per million, which is PPM. Now, because we were missing on a lot of defect data, the moment we used to find the first defect, we used to reject the product. And in the same product, there could be multiple defects, and we were missing out that data. So now, after Six Sigma started, we started collecting the data of how many defects are found in every product. Okay, so instead of defective, now we are focusing on number of defects. Everybody clear about this transition? Just give me yes in the chat box. Anybody has any kind of doubt, please let me know. Clear hai? Just give me yes. Very simple. This is how historically it has started changing this. Okay, so now Six Sigma recommends go for DPMO, and then it's the full form is defects per million opportunity. I will show you. I'll give you the formula for that as well. Defects per million opportunity. Clear? Okay, now how do we calculate DPM? Okay, so let me remove this. What is the formula to calculate DPMO? First, I will give you the formula, and let me give you example. Okay, let's take a simple normal product of let's say Bisleri bottle. Imagine this is a Bisleri bottle. Okay, ये लग नहीं रहा है लेकिन समझ लो ये बिस्लरी का बॉटल है. ओके, इसको यहाँ पे लेबल लगा हुआ है and it is water inside. Okay, now tell me what kind of defects which can come in the bottle. Bisleri meaning you can say any packaged drinking water. Bisleri is just a big name company, but what kinds of defects? Okay, mold. Now, so on the product, what kind of defects can be seen? Loose cap, torn label, very good. Damaged bottle, so मैं लिख लेता हूं. लूज कैप है, लेबल torn, then seal meaning वो same seal and cap the same, scratches and damaged bottle. Damaged bottle. What else? Less water. Okay, less water भी हो सकता है. Leakage, less water. Okay, leakage. Test का भी हो सकता है. Very good, very good. Now let's take simple. Let's say these are multiple defects. Okay, just for our understanding. Okay. Now, out of which there could be multiple product defects. There are few defects which are critical defects. There are few defects which come very, very regularly. Are you understanding? Let's say, for example, leakage is a very rarely occurring, because when leakage starts, anyway, the bottle will get emptied. Okay, so it will not harm the customer. Customer is anyway not going to accept it. Okay, even the retailer is also going to find out that the bottle is leaking. Okay, now there are few defects which are frequently occurring. So let me write down here. Frequently occurring defects. Frequently occurring and critical to customer. Any defect which is falling in these two criteria, we should select this as a defect opportunity. Are you understanding? Any defect which is falling into this criteria, we should be able to, for example, let's take an example of, let's say bottle damage है, थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे दब गया है bottle, थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे दब चुका है corner में. Okay, it is just a little pressed. Now because of this, is it critical to the customer? It is intact, the water is intact, proper label is proper, but because of the handling, the bottle has been a little pressed from the bottom. Will it impact the customer? Give me a yes or no in the chat box. Or critically impact the customer. Critically impact. Maybe customer will not be happy. Maybe he cannot place the bottle straight forward. It will fall down, etc. But it will not be a very critical issue. Are you understanding this? Okay. Now, but the label is missing. The label is missing is a critical defect, because you never know when it is packed. Isn't it? But label is missing is a very critical defect. Yes or no? Correct? Less water is a critical defect. Yes or no? You are paying for 1 liter, but you are getting just 700 ml, 800 ml, which is a critical defect. Correct? Exactly. So we need to decide as an organ. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, I just want to. So the defects which are critical to customer should be taken, and defects which are frequently occurring in the data should be taken as a defect opportunity. Clear? So let's imagine in this bottle, we have finalized these 5 defects. These 5 defects are, I'm just giving you an example, okay? These 5 defects are frequently occurring and critical to customer. Okay. Now what we are doing, what we will do, we will collect the data of, let's say we are checking the quality of the bottle. So the formula we are going to use in the DPMO is, what is DPMO? Defects, write this down, defects per million opportunities. Okay. The formula is number of, NO meaning number of actual defects found, divided by defect opportunities multiplied by number of units checked. Okay. And this entire box will be multiplied by 1 million, which can be written as 10 raised to 6. 10 raised to 6 is nothing but 1 million. Okay. Now we are checking water bottle. So this is a water bottle, like the Bisleri water bottle, and I'm the quality person. So I check 100 water bottles. Okay. How many water bottles? 100. So number of unit check is 100. And in each bottle, we have identified 5 defect opportunities. So defect opportunities are 5 per bottle. We have 5 opportunities of defect. And we check 100 bottles. So how many are the total defect opportunities? How many are the total defect opportunities, everybody? 5 into 100, 500. Very good. Super. Okay. And out of those 100 bottles and total 500 defect opportunities, we found, let's say, around 25 defects. For example, I take the first bottle, I check whether the cap is okay, whether the bottle is damaged, whether there is a label problem, okay, and all those whatever we have. Let's say there is nothing, so I okayed this bottle. Then I will take the second bottle. Now I found that the label is missing or label is torn, so this is the first defect I will count. Okay, in the same bottle, I will observe that it is damaged as well. So it's a second defect. So I will count second defect. Then after that, I will keep the bottle in the rejection this one place. Okay, because it is rejected. Even one defect comes, that entire bottle is a defective bottle. Even one defect comes. Okay. Then I will take the third bottle. I check everything. Everything is okay. I accept it. Fourth bottle. Similarly, I will complete 100 bottles and I will count how many number of defects are there. The total defects are 25. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Scenario clear hai? Just give me yes. Super clear with the scenario? Anybody not understood, please let me know. Now you need to connect with your own process. You need to connect with your own process. Okay? Yes? Now, can you just calculate this, complete this calculation and give me the number? And this will be a DPMO number. Then I will tell you what needs to be done after that. Chalo, apna calculator bahar nikaliye and just do this, okay? Yes, defect opportunities are always predefined. Okay, so we have decided 5 defect opportunities which are critical to customer and frequently occurring. Okay. Okay. See, defect and defective may, for example, understand this. Cap is loose is a defect. One defect. Okay. Even one defect comes, that bottle becomes a defective unit. Are you clear? Defects are within that, and even one defect comes that will make that entire product defective. Clear, everybody? Who asked me this question? 50,000 आया सबका? हाँ, Birender ji, are you clear about this? Defect and defective, very good, super. Chalo. Okay, so what is the answer? 50,000, is it? Everybody got the same answer? 50,000? Just give me yes. So understand this. Right now, what we are doing here, okay, is we are talking about critical defects. Now, what we can do, what about other defects? Let's say you have huge list of multiple defects. If they are falling into this criteria, they are critical to customer and they are frequently occurring, you should take them. Whether they're 10 defect, 20 defect, 30 defect, doesn't matter. Clear? Everybody? See, remember Pareto analysis. Why I'm saying frequently occurring? Remember Pareto analysis. Okay. In Pareto analysis, you will always find 20% of the defects are occurring 80% of the times. So we are basically tackling those critical defects here. Are you understanding? If we tackle those critical defects effectively, then maybe in the next project we can focus on the other defects. Otherwise, the spectrum of the project also can go very heavy. Okay. Yahan tak everybody clear? DPMO is 50,000. Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody got 50,000, right? Now try to understand what is 50,000. Just try to understand this. Okay. Let's understand this. Out of 500 opportunities, 25 have come. Just try to understand this. Out of 500 opportunity, which is 5 defects in every product, multiplied by number of products we inspected. So out of 500 defect opportunities, 25 defects have come So out of 1 million, which is 10 lakhs, how many defects will come? The answer is 50,000. Clear? This is DPM. Defects per million opportunity. Per million में कितने defects आएंगे? Are you clear with it? Just give me a in chat box. Out of 500, if 25 are coming, so out of 1 million, how many will come? It is called DPM. Clear? Just give me yes. Okay, very good. Now, what do we do with this DPM number? There is a table given. I'll show you the table. I'm just sharing my screen. In your green belt, also this table has been given in the measure phase. And this is called as DPMO conversion table. What is that? DPMO conversion table. Okay, मैं उसको भी explain करता हूं DPMO conversion table को. In this table, there is first the yield is there. I'll explain you the yield. Then the sigma number, which is 4 sigma, 3 sigma, 6 sigma, etc. And there is a DPM. Okay. Actually, it's the same pura list hai, but because of the height is more, they have divided into two. Okay. So this is part 1 and this is part 2 of the same length. Okay. It should be basically a continuation. Now, our DPMO is 50,000. Can you just find out 50,000? कहाँ पे है DPMO column में? Where are you locating 50,000? Okay, you will observe this 50,000 at the bottom. Can you see at the bottom? 50,000 आपको दिख जाएगा, देखिए. 50,000 तो नहीं है, लेकिन we have 44,000 and 54,000. So we are somewhere between 3.1 to 3.2. So we can write right now we are around 3.15 sigma process. This is at the bottom, you can see. It is 44 and 54 के बीच में है वो. ठीक है? Are you understanding this? So right now we are at 3.15, approximately 3.15 sigma. So after improvement, then we will do some project on the bottle quality. So number of defects will be reduced, and this 3.14 will become 4.1 or 4.5 like that. Okay, that is actually our project. Are you clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. Are you clear? Everybody? हाँ, DPMO तक सबको क्लियर है? या मैं रिपीट करता हूं. DPMO तक everybody is clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Yeah, just give me yes. DPMO तो clear है. DPMO calculation 50,000. How did we arrive at 50,000? Okay. Out of 500, we calculated 25. We found 25 defects. Out of 1 million, how many? Okay. Yes. So let's come to this DPMO conversion table. Okay. First of all, let's try to understand these three columns. One is yield. What is yield? You know, we have the normal distribution data and we have the specification limit, like lower specification and upper specification limit. What is yield? Yield is nothing but out of 100, how many percentage will fall into between the specification limit? So let's say for 6 sigma, just try to understand this. For 6 sigma process, for a 6 sigma level of process, 99.99966% will fall within the acceptable range of the product. 99.99966%. Whatever goes outside is the defect. Yes, anything which goes beyond specification is defect, right? So what is there? So it is 0.00034% is rejection or the defect. This is percent. Okay. If I convert this 0.00034% into per million, I have to multiply that by 1 million, right? So if I do that, I will get 3.4 per million, which is nothing but this. Are you clear? This is called defects per million, which is 3.4, which is nothing but 0.00034 percentage, which is defective. Are you clear? This same goes right through this entire table. How many of you got it? Just give me yes in the chat box. I'm talking about the first line only. Just give me yes. Yield समझ में आ गया? yield समझ में आ गया? DPMO समझ में आ गया? DPMO सेम है, परसेंटेज का पर मिलियन में कन्वर्जन है, दैट्स इट. Okay, now it is a standard table. You can download it from the Google as well. If you type DPMO conversion table, you'll get, it's a standard table. Anywhere in the world, the same table will be applied. Okay, now see diagram. Let's understand the diagram. This is the data, right? This comes from histogram, correct? What is process capability? Let's try to understand this. Process capability क्या होता है? Ability of your process to perform within the specification limit, to satisfy the customer requirement. That is called process capability. Okay. What is a Six Sigma process? Six Sigma process is a process where 99.99966% of the product will satisfy the requirement of the customer. Only 0.00034% will go outside. So इसके बाहर जो जाएगा ना, रिजेक्शन जो होगा ना, वो ये होगा, this one. That will be 0.0, very minuscule, as good as zero defect. 0.00034 percentage, as good as zero defect. If I convert into per million, that will become 3.4 per million. Clear? So yes, if diagram hai, this shows how many products are falling within the specification, how many products are falling outside. So this is what is shown in the yield column. Okay. So over here, so the first column is yield, second column is at what sigma level is the process, and the third column is DPM. Now there is a formula, by the way. There is a formula to calculate. You can convert DPMO to sigma level as well. Are you interested to know the formula of DPMO to sigma level conversion? Just for your information. Even if you don't know, it is okay. We can refer the table as well. Okay. Let me share with you that formula. Okay. Let me share with you that formula. एक मिनट, let me check out if I have that. हाँ, okay, मैं ये sheet आपके साथ share करता हूँ. All right. So this is let's say for example, number of units, total number of units are 100. So 100 bottles we checked. Okay. Number of opportunities is 5, and how many we found is 25. Okay, so instead of 50 we are calculating 25. So what is the DPMO? Can you see here? DPMO is 50,000, which is calculated by this Excel sheet, and it is also showing the sigma level. Do you remember I said approximately 3.15, right? So here it is calculating exactly, which is 3.144 very precisely. But what is the formula for this? If I click on this, the formula you can see over here. Let me write down that formula. You can just make a note of this. आपको ये याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. If you are interested, this is the formula. Okay. The formula is norms inverse, which is INV. You can see. Okay, मैं इसको capital में लिखता हूँ so that you guys will be clear about it. Okay, which is norms inverse in bracket 1 minus another bracket DPMO number divided by 1 million, which is 10 lakhs. Bracket close plus 1.5. This is the formula. Okay, आप Excel में डाल के ये formula को test कर सकते हो. Okay, instead of DPMO number, you need to put 50,000, and this formula will work. It will give you the answer, which is the sigma number. Okay, it's an Excel formula hai. You don't have to remember it again. Okay, because we have a ready-made DPMO calculator, and this sheet also I will give it to you. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Just make a note of this. This is a DPMO to sigma conversion. Okay. Only most frequently occurring critical defects to calculate DPMO, pharmaceutical industry, major minor defects units are rejected. How? Now, what happens is, that's a very good question. Sometimes what happens, you take up a project, okay? You take up a project specific to a defect, a single defect. Okay, in that case, you consider defects only one. And now you are calculating the process capability considering that particular defect. Okay, so accordingly you have to play. Now, because see what happens is, if the number of defects are too high, let's say for example, in a product, let's say you're making capsule, okay? In the capsule, there could be maybe 50 different kinds of defect can come, 50, 50. Out of which, if you do the Pareto, only 20% will have 80% impact, right? That is what Pareto is. So only few will be critical. Maybe out of 50, maybe 5 or 7 will be critical. So what is advisable to take those? Otherwise, what will happen is, it is unnecessary inflating our number of defect opportunity. Okay. So हमारा sigma आएगा 5 sigma 6 sigma ऐसे आएगा. Okay. So it is an unnecessary inflation, right? Can you please calculate and let us 50,000 once? DPM of 50,000? Okay. 50,000 का formula ये है ना? DPMO का formula भी लिख देता हूं मैं. Let me just write DPMO formula here. So what is the DPMO का formula if you remember? DPMO is number of actual defects okay, divided by defect opportunity. Like I'm just writing defect DO, defect opportunity, into number of units checked. Okay, whole multiply by 1 million. That's a DPMO ka multiply by 1 million. That's a DPMO ka formula. Okay, now instead of defects, if we put defective, okay, so now understand this. Instead of defects, if we started putting defective, so आपको number of opportunity should be 1 only. Okay, आपको सिर्फ एक ही लेना है, because you are rejecting on one defect, you are rejecting the entire unit. Okay, and you can calculate the number of defects. The same formula will work. Okay, so PPM का formula कैसे रहेगा? Same formula. PPM का formula same है. Number of actual defectives divided by number of unit checked. That's it. Into 1 million. So let's say if I check 100 bottles, out of which 10 bottles are defective, right? That means 10% rejection. So you have to convert that 10% into 1 million, which is 1 lakh. 1 lakh will be PPM. So PPM will be 1 lakh. So 10 rejected out of 100. So 1 lakh will be rejected out of 1 million. So the PPM, parts per million, or defective parts per million, will be 1 lakh. Same formula will be applicable. Only denominator में number of units आएगा, defect opportunity निकल जाएगा, या फिर you can consider only one defect opportunity. Clear, guys? Just give me yes in the chat box. Okay, do you want to check this? I'll share this date. I'll share the sheet with you guys. Okay, एक मिनट मैं आपको sheet भी share करता हूँ. If you want to try this right now with your own data, you can try it right now. Okay, and you can give us the result as well. Share the results as well. Okay. Take a second. So let me check if I have this file ready-made available. I'm just forwarding that file. Anyway, I'll keep that file in the. Okay, it is open. That's why it is not getting shared. Let me close this file. Just a second. मैं close करता हूँ ये file को और बाद में share करता हूँ, because it is not letting me to share because the file is open. Okay. So एक second. ये DPM का file मैं share कर रहा हूँ आपको. आप इसको यूज करिए. मैं इसको मास्टर क्लास आर्काइव में भी डालूंगा. यू कैन डाउनलोड दिस फाइल. एक्सेल फाइल है ये. इसको डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हैं फ्रॉम द मास्टर क्लास आर्काइव. ओके, राइट. सो हियर वी गो. और एनीबॉडी वुड लाइक टू you can just try this out. If you have any discrete data, you can just put some numbers and play around this. Okay, Super. Yes. Did you enjoy this experience of learning? नया सीखने को मिला, कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो गए? Just give me yes. So can we just quickly summarize whatever we have seen? So let me just quickly summarize whatever we have seen. Yeah, can you just quickly summarize whatever we have seen today in the today's session? What we have covered? Yes, type in the chat box, everybody. First, we learned in which phase do we calculate process capability, right? So what was the answer? Measure phase and improve and control phase, correct? So this is where we calculate the process capability. Just give me yes in the chat box if you remember this. Correct? That's what we learned. Then we learned types of data, continuous and discrete. Yes, continuous and discrete data, types of data. When we collect the data, it could be two types of data, continuous and discrete. And then we connected with our own example. From your own office or the industry, we have collected a couple of examples of continuous data and discrete data, right? And because today's topic was about discrete data process capability, which was DPMO, then we spoke about percentage rejection calculation. Then we spoke about PPM calculation. And after that, we came to DPMO calculation. Correct? Defects per million opportunity. Then what are the criteria? We took that water bottle example and then we took the criteria. What was the criteria? It should be critical to the customer. The defect should be critical to the customer and it should be frequently occurring defect. Not once in a while, 10 साल में एक बार आने वाला defect, which we can drop it, okay? Because it unnecessarily inflates the denominator, okay? Now, then we fixed. So see, during the project, understand, this is a very important point. During the project, at least, you should fix the defect opportunity. You should never change the defect opportunity. Because when we are comparing the current major phase wala defect opportunity after improvement, so it should be an apple to apple comparison. For example, if in the major phase we took 5 defect opportunities, after improve phase we took 10 defect opportunities, it should not happen like that. Otherwise, it will not be apple to apple comparison. Okay? Are you clear with this point? Just give me yes in the chat box. ये point समझ में आया? So once you fix the defect opportunities, you should at least fix it for your project. Just give me yes. You should never change in between. You should never change the number of defect opportunities. That should be fixed. All right? Very good. Now, once the DPMO ka formula we have seen, correct? Then we took one example of 100 bottles. We checked 5 defect opportunities per bottle, 25 defects. Then we calculated 50,000. Then we understood the table, conversion table of DPMO as well. Okay. And then we basically gave you Excel sheet to calculate this with the formula as well. Okay. Formula of, you can convert DPMO into sigma level directly. That formula also we have given, which is equal to norms inverse in bracket 1 minus DPMO divided by 1 million, bracket complete plus 1.5. Okay. So this is all we have learned. This is how we can calculate the DPMO. Okay. Now, the people who attended the Saturday wala session, how many of you remember Saturday wala session? Just this Saturday. How many of you remember? What was the topic we discussed? Very interesting information I'm going to share. Yeah, what was the topic we discussed on Saturday? Type in the chat box. Okay, new people, of course, you were not there in the system, but there are a lot of people who attended Saturday session. What was the topic we discussed? Handling the non-normal data. Handling the non-normal. Saturday. I think Sumanji, I think you joined yesterday, right? So you were not there on the Saturday session. Saturday evening को live session था. Okay, उसका recording आप देख सकते हो. Of course, it would be a little heavy session for you. Okay. हाँ, non-normal data. Exactly. Now, do you remember 2 strategies we discussed? Box-Cox transformation and Johnson transformation. Do you remember this? Just give me yes in the chat box. Box-Cox and Johnson. Remember? Very good. Now, there is a very interesting story I want to share with you. Okay. One of my project, okay, um, we were getting the data which was a non-normal data, and we were trying all our strategies to convert it. We tried increasing the sample size. We tried everything. We tried changing the scale of the data. We tried Box-Cox transformation that failed. We tried even Johnson transformation that failed. Then you know what? I connected with Professor Michael Harry. Okay. I wish I could have stored that communication. Are you aware of who is Professor Michael Harry? Just make a note of this name. Just make a note of this name. How many of you are aware of Professor Michael Harry? अभी अभी गूगल मत करो, अभी आपको पता है तो बताओ. You guys are smart, immediately गूगल कर दोगे. प्रोफेसर माइकल हैरी कौन है? Okay, now for you guys, I'll explain you. Okay, remember these two names. Okay, one is Bill Smith, who is called father of Six Sigma. Again, these are Motorola guys. Okay, so Bill Smith was an engineer who basically started Six Sigma practices, which is the main profit. After that, a statistician, Michael Harry, from the same company, from Motorola only, joined Bill Smith and completed the DMAC. This DMAC framework जो है ना, ये इन दोनों का काम है. Earlier, actually, to be very honest, Bill Smith came out with a model called AI model. AI is not artificial intelligence. AI is not Air India. AI is analyze and improve model. So for problem solving, Bill Smith came with a model called analyze the problem and then improve upon it. Then Michael Harry, Professor Michael Harry, completed this entire DMAC framework. Start with the defining the problem. Then collect the data, measure what is the gravity of the problem. Then you analyze it. Then you improve it, then you sustain the control as well. Okay, so this entire DMAC framework was actually Michael Harry's work. Along with that, white belt, green belt, black belt, master belt, all these 5 levels we have seen, it was Michael Harry's creation. Okay, now why I'm explaining you, because after that we were struggling to convert. Now I connected with Michael Harry on one of the portal. Now of course Michael Harry is no more, he passed away. So Michael Harry responded to my query. Okay, where he mentioned that you can basically, you can just do not go for the continuous data. Okay, you just calculate a DPMO calculation and then you do the process capability analysis. And that was such a sigh of relief for all of us, because we had done all the parameters, permutation, combination. So this is also one of the strategy you guys can consider. Even after Box-Cox transformation and Johnson transformation, sometimes the data does not get transformed. So you can use, instead of continuous process capability, you can consider that as a discrete process capability. Okay. So this was the answer given by Michael Harry. Just wanted to share that with you. Okay. So today's topic was the discrete data. Anybody would like to try, please go ahead and try your data. Just take your product, okay, and put some numbers, defect opportunities, and calculate your current sigma level. Okay, and if possible, you can share it in the chat. Any question you want to ask, please let me know before we close the session. So every Saturday, every Monday, we will connect in the evening, and we will go deeper into the concept like this, and we try to connect it with the practical aspects. Okay. Till the time, let me just quickly share some insight to the new members of the community. Okay, all the new members, I hope everybody has received, has received your login ID and password. Just give me yes in the chat box. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, Mr. Victor, you have not received login ID password. Just check the email. Just check the email, inbox, spam, and promotion. तीनों में भी check करिए. Okay. If it is not there, please send a WhatsApp message on this number. Everybody, please save this number: 9930595248. This is a mentor number. Please save this number on your mobile phone. And wherever you have any query, please send a WhatsApp message, not for calling. Okay. Because this is, we carry all the mentors. This is a common number we use. Okay. And like you, we are also there on the client side, training, coaching, consulting. So we may not be able to answer your query immediately, and the number of students also are very high we have. So, but you can send a message and just have a little patience. Once we see your message, we'll immediately respond to that. Okay. Somebody from the team will immediately respond. All right. This is the fastest communication. If you have not got your login ID password, please connect on the number and we will create login ID password and share it with you immediately. Okay. Second, if you miss out on the live session, there is a folder called Masterclass Archive folder. Okay. Please make a note of this Masterclass Archive. And wherever you see the recording of that, if you miss the live session, you can check the recording. Okay. Received email for today's session, but it was prompting you are removed from the community needs resolution. Okay, can you share this email, Girish ji, on the admin email पे share करिए या फिर screenshot लेके अपने WhatsApp पे share करिएगा. We will check that out. Okay. Nobody is going to remove it. Remove you from the community. Obviously, you're all very precious people. Okay, in our community. So let me just write down admin@sparangiving.com. Okay. Super. Huh. So where is the archive folder? Once you log in, everybody remember this. Once you log in, you go to My Courses tab. There you will find course 1, which is green belt, course 2, which is black belt, course 3, which is master black belt, and then all the bonus courses below that. Okay. So don't go anywhere. Our first destination is course 1, green belt. So we have signed up for green and black belt. So our first role is to go to green belt, start accessing the courses, because we have made very simple 3 minutes, 4 minutes video for you, so that you can just go through those lectures one by one and then start attending the live session as well. Both will be, it will be a combined hybrid model, your self-study as well as the live coaching sessions. Whenever you get stuck, just send a WhatsApp message on the number and we will be able to guide you further. All right. So in the same My Courses, you will find the live masterclass archive, and just scroll at the bottom. You can find the latest latest video recording. Okay, with the title and with the date. All right. If you are not able to find out, just send a message on the WhatsApp and we will be able to share the screenshot or some step-by-step procedure for you. Okay. Only on the live lecture? No. What you can do, Yogesh ji, you can start accessing course number 1. Okay. Live lectures, first of all, are there to resolve your query and you're taking your understanding of the topic in depth. That is the objective of live session. Okay. Like for example, today we have gone in multiple layers of DPM. Okay, and we have unfolded what was the original plan, what is the latest plan, etc. Okay, so live sessions take the concepts in the deeper level and answer your queries like what we are doing right now. And your self study is very, very important. So you just it's a combination of both will be, and don't miss out on the live session. It is very, very interesting. Plus, we will have the hackathons also going on. Green belt hackathons, black belt. Our latest hackathon also happened just few days ago. A lot of people attended that as well. Green belt, it was a green belt. So next month, October, it will be a black belt hackathon. It will be a very amazing experience for all of us. Okay. Super. Okay. Really, sessions are mind blowing. Expecting more live sessions. I wish I could. I wish. See, earlier there were zero live sessions. Okay. Then people started, asking for live sessions. We started on Saturday. And then later on, after a few years, we started on Monday as well. So now there are 2 live sessions instead of 1. Okay. Assignments and case studies. See, for green belt and black belt, the project submission is not necessary. If you have your company is allowing you to do the project, we have the ready-made templates available. Okay. So just send a message on that number and we will provide it. It is there in your curriculum as well. You can download those templates, start working on that. Wherever you get stuck, our team will be there to support you from the back. Okay. So दोनों को भी 1 महीना लग जाता है, 1 महीना, तो 2 महीने में you can easily complete. Say if you give 2 to 3 hours every weekend, okay, you can complete within couple of months, both green belt as well as black belt. 1 महीने में green belt, 1 महीने में black belt. ठीक है जी? Super. Thank you very much for joining today, and I'll look forward to see you again in the next live session. Till the time, anywhere you get stuck, please send a message on the WhatsApp number and we'll be more than happy to support you on that. Okay. Thank you very much. Keep learning, keep growing. This is Dinesh Patil